Welcome to The Source, where we combine the headlines with in-depth conversations with the newsmakers themselves. Today on the program, no more window hours in Metro Manila's major roads.
Government has not been able to provide for this increasing growth of demand, travel demand in Metro Manila.
The MMDA is also set to impose a speed limit on EDSA.
The problem is like this. The traffic situation is bad in terms of operating speed.
Shutting down provincial bus operations on EDSA.
The idea is good, no? We really need to remove. Kasi ang design talaga ng provincial buses, outskirt lang ng Metro Manila. Ang magpe-ferry sa loob niyan is yung city bus.
Can these solutions ease the traffic problem? MMDA Traffic Chief Bong Nebrija joins us live. Thank you for joining us. I'm Pinky Webb. Back-to-back proposals from the Metro Manila Council and the MMDA to solve or help ease the daily traffic problem. First off, standardize the number coding scheme in all Metro Manila cities with no breaks in between. Another proposal in the works is the transfer of provincial bus terminals in EDSA to Valenzuela and Santa Rosa. And the possibility of imposing a 60-kilometer per hour limit on all major roads. Let's go straight to the source of the story. We have Metro Manila Development Authority Traffic Chief Bong Nebrija. Sir Bong, good to finally have you.
Good morning, Pinky.
On the show. Yesterday, may meeting.
Yes, the Metro Manila Council.
So that's obviously the mayors and the MMDA. Ano ho ba yung unang napag-usapan? Let's start with the window hours. Can you clarify this for us?
Well, yung window hours kasi, there's so many UVVRP policies sa local governments, ano?
yun po yung
Unified Volume Reduction, Vehicle Volume Reduction Scheme.
or the number coding
Yeah,
scheme.
or the number coding. So apparently, we learned that each LGU has their own. So they have their own window hours, they have their own coding hours, and they have automatic exemptions that we do not know. So basically, the meeting yesterday is to unify, standardize. So, well, we're happy that the mayors agreed that we will be implementing the no window hours on all major thoroughfares in Metro Manila. So that's from 7 to 8 without breaks. That's right. So this will be on major thoroughfares that include circumferential roads and regional roads.
That means EDSA, C5, saan pa, sir?
Well, the circumferential roads, basically C5, C6, C3, then regional roads like Aurora Boulevard, among others. Well, basically, what this scheme or this policy tells everybody is that do not bring out your car during your number coding days. Because if you cannot avoid all this, I know if that will be a short errand, somehow you will touch on major thoroughfares and there will be MMDA to catch you.
You said that this decision, that you came up with this decision yesterday. Now, you arrived rather at this decision yesterday. I need to ask you, sir, why did it take this long?
Well, the source of all this, when a publication in the social media came out that we were asked to clarify on the UVVRP. So, well, simply we say it's 7 to 8, no window hours on all major thoroughfares. So how about this if the major thoroughfares is a local LGU with a different number coding scheme? And when we found out, it's true. So different LGUs have different hours, have different breaks. So,
you know, I understand that that's really to give the public, you know, a chance na kapag hindi naman traffic, kaya nga may window hour, pwede niyo ilabas yung kotse niyo dun supposed to be sa bawal na ano. So now it's clear, sir. Monday, bawal ang 1 and 2. You can't bring out your car, gaya ng sinabi mo, on major thoroughfares and circumferential roads from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m.
Yes, basically that's it. And we are also encouraging the motorists to help us out because this is really the purpose of the UVVRP is to reduce the volume, not only basically on major roads, but all over Metro Manila because it's really increasing every now.
Run us through this, sir, itong traffic numbers coding scheme. So
we have the Caloocan, Las Piñas, Pasay City. They're 7 to 8, just like what MMDA imposes, right? Makati is 7 to 7. So Parañaque and Pasig, they have Parañaque especially, they have a break 7 to 9, and 4 to 7 if I'm not mistaken, but Pasig has an odd-even scheme. So that even brings more confusion. And so Malabon, San Juan, they also have a different break together with Manila and Valenzuela. And there are 5 local LGUs who doesn't impose, who has no coding at all. Ano? So these are Nabotas, Pateros, Marikina, Taguig, and Muntinlupa.
So what we're showing them, kung ano yung dati, tanggal na po yan ngayon, beginning today?
Well, they really need to revise their traffic code on number coding. It is not, this will not be done immediately, but what they've given us is the go signal to implement this on all major roads. So circumferential, radial, and major roads like Marcos Highway.
Okay,
mga
so
others.
to clarify that, bawal na ang 1 and 2 sa Monday sa lahat ng major roads and circumferential. Ang
Yes.
3 and 4 sa Tuesday. Basta pag bawal yung kotse mo, bawal na sa
Yes.
major and circumferential.
Yes.
Kahit na po pinapakita natin yung graphics na yun.
Yes, ma'am. So this means na kung yung halimbawa, EDSA, nadadaan na Makati, ang EDSA is 7 to 7, nahuli ka ng mga 7:30 p.m.,
7 to 8 you mean, sir?
yeah, 7, yung Makati kasi 7
To
a.m. to 7
7,
p.m. lang. So kung nasa Makati ka, for example, in EDSA, then nahuli ka ng 7:30, ang coverage namin is up to 8, huhulihin ka pa rin.
Okay, so, okay. Let's not, just so it's not confusing anymore, let's just stick to that, 7 to 8 p.m.
Yes, that's what we're trying to promote so that
Yeah.
this will not create any more confusion. If you're coding, it's 7 to 8, you cannot bring out your car.
When?
Starting now. Actually, starting yesterday.
Beginning
Immediately
yesterday,
after the MMC meeting, we already got the go signal because it's already implemented anyway. It's already part of the MMC resolution, so
Yeah.
it's immediately implemented.
But you should give the public some more time, sir, to get used to this. I mean, I know there are different window hours, no window hours, 7 to 8, 7 to 7, but you can't. I mean, I'm sorry, you can't. But, you know, you just decided upon this yesterday, tapos kailangan yesterday din, susundin na kaagad.
This is not a major policy change anyway, so this is just the, well, basically what the mayor approved on is that we could already implement this basically, well, submitting to the idea that it's already 7 to 8 and no window hours.
Okay, so anyway, that is your decision. That is the MMC decision. So that started yesterday when they decided on this
Yes.
yesterday. You talked about exemptions, sir. So maliban, so now that it's being implemented, will there be exemptions coming from local government units?
I think they also have council resolutions on that, so we cannot immediately touch on that. Actually, we cannot touch on that because they have a local government code to follow, so we will just suspect it as it is.
What are the exemptions?
Well, basically for PWD, senior citizens, unmarked media vehicles that media personal use, among others, yes.
So ibig sabihin, the PWDs, persons with disabilities, the senior citizens, pwede ho ba nilang gamitin ang kanilang kotse anytime, any day?
Anytime, any day. Well, for us, we still need exemptions. So it means you need to apply for an exemption, then we will give you. But then again,
What kind of, sir, what kind of exemption do they need and what do they need to do?
well, they need to submit to us their ORCR, the vehicle that they will be using. Sometimes we require them to give us a medical background or certificate from their doctor that they are undergoing certain procedures on that day. For example, their car falls on a Thursday and they need to go
No, let's start with
check-up.
senior citizens.
Yes.
So it's hindi maglo. Do senior citizens need to get permission, application, and exemption from the MMDA? Ganun
MMDA,
ba?
yes.
What do they need to bring?
ORCR and their senior citizen card.
Why doesn't a senior citizen card suffice, sir?
Well, we need to monitor how many are passing this EDSA and other major thoroughfares. Basically, it could be automatic, just like LGUs. That's what they impose. You just show your senior citizen card. Well, for us, we are mandated to regulate. So that's one also of the things that we need to do.
Well, why can't you just go to the LGUs and get the data from them?
That's one thing, but this needs to be proposed and approved by the MMC. So MMDA alone cannot just say, okay, there will be an automatic exemptions for all senior citizens.
So if Makati says senior citizens are exempted from the number coding scheme, if they are in Quezon City and they are caught and hindi po ganun sa, let's say, for the sake of argument, hindi ganun sa Quezon City, paano ho yun?
Yeah, that's the thing. They need to secure an exemption from MMDA.
So para wala silang
Yes,
maging problema.
yes.
What is the exemption? Is it a piece of paper? Is it a
Yes,
card?
it's
What
a
is it, sir?
certification that they're using a car that they use for their errands or medical checkup.
May bayad ho ba to?
Yes, there is.
How much?
I think right now it's 1,000.
Pesos?
Yes.
Okay. So they need to go to the MMDA. And is it a fast process, sir?
No, it takes time actually because we need to review. That's the thing, but well, the suggestion is well taken if we could automatically, but then again, we will bring this up, we will put this in the agenda of the next MMC meeting.
Okay, we'll be taking a short break. This is The Source on CNN Philippines. Coming up, the MMDA's take on the doble placa law. MMDA Traffic Chief Bong Nebrija will still be with us after the break. You're watching The Source on CNN Philippines. Our guest today, MMDA Traffic Chief Bong Nebrija. Actually, during the break, we're still talking about that exemption for senior citizens and persons with disabilities. Just quite frankly, sir, hindi nyo pa ho ito napaplansya?
Well, basically, what we're trying to limit is the senior citizen and the vehicle ratio. So it means if we will be issuing an automatic exemption, any car that the senior citizen will use will be exempted.
Correct, sir.
So on certain days, right? But the thing is, we want to make sure that we will be limiting a 1:1, one car for one senior citizen.
So kapag yung mommy mo, kunwari, yung nanay nyo, senior citizen, isang kotse, yung tatay mo, pwedeng ibang kotse naman as senior citizen? Pwede
As much
din ba
as
yun?
possible, yes.
So then there will be, I'm thinking, sir, as many exemptions as there are senior citizens.
Something like that, yes.
And would that be a cause for concern? I mean, would that cause
Well, on different
problems?
days. For example, a senior citizen, for example, you have multiple cars, 4 cars with different plate number endings.
Opo.
So basically, you're number coded in 4 days, right? So what we're trying to do is to limit the use of the vehicle. So if the senior citizen will use each one, it means we're not reducing the volume.
Yun na nga.
Yes.
Di ba, sir?
So we're not reducing the volume. So that's why if he has 4 cars, what we're trying to do is to exempt only one.
Isang kotse?
Yes.
Pero you're still studying this or pwede na nilang gawin to, pwede na sila pumunta sa MMDA?
Well, they could apply for an exception. It's open. So the thing is, even for PWDs,
Apo.
we're limiting one vehicle per PWD.
Per
So that's why what we're saying is that you need to apply for an exception so that we can identify the car that you use.
Okay, I understand. I think they're asking us, ilan daw yung mababawas sa estimate?
For the UVVRP? Well, basically for number coding, it's 20%. So there are 2 numbers that you cannot bring out, 2 endings that you cannot bring out. So an estimate of 20%. So if that's on EDSA, 20% is equivalent to 1 lane. You're freeing up 1 lane.
Right, right. Okay. All right, we have to move on to other subjects, sir. 60-kilometer EDSA, speed on EDSA, pinapatupad na ho ba ito? Kailan ho ba ito mangyayari?
Hindi pa pinapatupad. So we're still waiting for the approval of the resolution that came out yesterday. Basically, we're waiting for the signatures of all the mayors present there. And then we need to publish this for 2 weeks in major broadsheets. And that's the time that we will be implementing this. But anyway, if we will be implementing this, the date will be informed to the public
Apo.
as soon as.
We'll have you, sir, when this happens. And it's 60 kilometers, but did all
Yes.
mayors agree?
Yes.
Okay,
they
wala
do.
namang problema.
Well, actually, tinatawanan nga nila
nag-object?
kami na kaya ba natin umabot ng 60 kilometers on all major thoroughfares. But this 60 kilometers is basically on lean hours, kung walang traffic, so that to reduce the speed and to avoid accidents.
I see, okay. And how do you plan to catch them?
Speed guns.
Okay.
So we have speed guns. This has video and receipt. So basically, we're taking your video while you're overspeeding, and it prints out the receipt that will be attached to your non-contact, or if you will be apprehended physically down the road.
You gotta, I gotta bring out that warning on the non-contact apprehension because it kind of takes a while before it gets to your house. I received
Yes.
one. It's a
Yes.
yellow lane that I had to pay. And matagal. I mean, don't think that just because nagagawa nyo for the past week at isang buwan na wala pa, sometimes
That's
it
true.
takes 2 months
That's
bago
true.
makarating
Well,
yun
2
sa
months is
inyong
still
bahay.
fast. There are people who receive
Tagal.
their non-contact apprehension tickets 2 years sometimes, yes.
Okay. Yellow lane violators, sir, how's that coming along?
Well, we're strictly implementing the yellow lane policy. This has been there for the longest period of time. Actually, some of the yellow lanes are already faded, but still not being followed by our buses and some private motorists. No? The yellow lane segregates the buses from the private motor
Correct.
vehicles. So the buses should stay inside the yellow lane and the private motor vehicles should stay outside of it. But the thing is, most of the time, there's a mix-up and private motor vehicles are flying inside
The
the
yellow
yellow lane
lane.
and the buses are going outside. So now we're strictly implementing it, enforcing it. Actually, non-contact apprehension alone, we're averaging 2,000 per day.
Per day.
Per day. So that's what, it's nice that you told our viewers a while ago.
It's nice to tell them that I got caught.
Yes.
Okay.
Be careful, you might have not received your tickets yet, but it
Yeah.
will be coming soon.
Magugulat na lang ho kayo. Just a point I'd like to raise also, sinasabi niyo po no contact apprehension, but kulang pa ho ata kayo sa cameras like EDSA,
Yes.
Shaw Boulevard, yung pataas at pababa. Sir, I'm going to show you a video. I have one right here. I'll show you during the break. That when they see na walang MMDA na nakatayo doon sa barrier na yon, yung bus mula dito sa kanan, bababa po, pababang underpass
Yes.
EDSA. So do
That's
you
true.
need to put a person there permanently or do you need to put a camera there?
Well, that's one of my guidelines also, that the sector commander there should put one. But sometimes we need to address some accidents, especially in that area. There are a lot. So that's why we pull out personnel. So sometimes it's unmanned. But anyway, regarding our CCTVs, we have 280 cameras right now, and we are procuring, we'll be installing 200 more. But others will just be for replacement, but most of it will be for new location.
280 in use
Yes.
na nakakabit po ngayon. 200 na ikakabit, sir.
Additional, yes.
When?
It's coming. I just talked to the technical head of the Metro base yesterday, and she told me it's coming. Actually, we're laying down fiber optics on EDSA, so that's why you will see some diggings there along the way on the side of EDSA. That's for the fiber optics of MMDA's
Sir, please
camera.
put a camera on that, yung separation ng Shaw Boulevard because that's also causing a lot of traffic backing up
Yes,
once the
yes.
private vehicles and the buses go to the places that they're not supposed to be
That's
going.
right.
Okay, provincial buses on EDSA ban. Kailan ho ba to? Has been talked about. Medyo pa-delay po ng pa-delay. Kailan ho
Yes.
ba ito mangyayari?
Well, basically, it's not a provincial bus ban. Actually, we're moving their operations outside Metro Manila. So, the misnomer is that, okay, bawal na ang provincial buses sa EDSA. No, it's not only EDSA. It's all over Metro Manila. So, there are 96 bus terminals in Metro Manila, 46 of which are in EDSA. So, we're moving them out slowly. We'll start with EDSA before going to the other parts of Metro Manila. Right now, we've been in continuous dialogue with LTFRB because there will be an adjustment of fare matrix on this. We will be cutting short the provincial franchise route, and we will be extending the franchise routes of the city buses. So there will be fare adjustments on this. And at the same time, last week or 2 weeks ago, we inspected the Valenzuela Gateway Complex in the north and Santa Rosa Terminal in the south. Amazingly, we computed because many bus companies are complaining that, no, your PITX will not be enough. But, we measured all the bus terminals in Metro Manila. All of them are just 1.6 hectares. We're offering 5 in Valenzuela, and we are offering 5 in Santa Rosa. So that's why there's no mismatch there. We're right on track on this.
When is the ban going to begin on EDSA?
Our target date is June, but we'll be conducting a dry run sometime in April, after Holy Week.
When are the bus terminals on EDSA going to be closed?
Target is June.
Also?
Also, yes.
Because, sir, mind you, this has been delayed ilang beses na po, no?
Yes. Well, apparently we have no mandate to close a terminal. So this will come from the local governments.
I see.
So because they are the ones issuing the business permits and operational permits to these bus companies.
Oh, kasi I remember we interviewed GM Garcia, and he said that January was the target. So it's being moved over and over. So, sir, also motorcycle violators, where are motorcycles supposed to be on EDSA? Nasusunod ho din ba yun?
No. So unfortunately, it's hard to impose the motorcycle lanes. This motorcycle lane is a shared lane with other vehicles, but this is for the safety of our motorcycle riders. But then again, it's hard to enforce because non-contact, you could hardly see their plates. Physical apprehension, they're in the middle of the road. So it's hard, if not impossible, to really catch them. Motorcycle lanes.
So meron pa bang motorcycle lane?
There is, but we're trying to come up with a dedicated one. A dedicated one that is exclusive for motorcycle riders. But then again, this is not the same size as the
I see.
lanes for motor vehicles. This is maybe half of it.
Yeah.
But this would be enough for them.
Yeah, but ang kasunod ho ba niyan, yung road diet na tinatawag?
Yes, actually, this will come together with the road diet. If we will be narrowing these lanes, we could come up with an additional 2-meter lane. So we could
For the
dedicate that to the
motorcycles.
motorcycles.
Again, another short break. We'll be right back. Just You're watching The Source on CNN Philippines. Sir, what about yung slippers na sinasabi? Ano ho ba ang bawal na doon sa mga nakamotor? Sa
Well, there's a
EDSA?
motorcycle rider regulation that LTO came out with. So this includes yung helmet, wearing of helmet, and not wearing of slippers. Ibig sabihin, closed-toes dapat yung sapatos mo. But then again, there's also that's the penal provision of that regulation, that you can catch and penalize motorcycle riders not wearing helmets and wearing slippers or not closed-toes. But then again, there's also a part of that regulation that is not included in the penal provision or suggestion that riders should wear protective gears to include boots, heavy pants, jacket, gloves, and goggles. So, yeah, so on EDSA, and also the mandatory headlights on. So it means once you start your motorcycle, you should...
So are you implementing that, the
Yes.
mandatory light?
Yes, we are.
Turning on of the lights?
Actually, it's very unfortunate that many of our motorcycle riders
not.
do not follow this
Yeah.
regulation. This is very important because the profile of motorcycle is so small that you could hardly see them.
Yeah.
And the headlights helps them out to be visible on
So
the road.
kapag hindi nakaturn on ng headlights, sir, pwede na ring hulihin?
Yes,
Tama ho ba?
we do.
Okay. All right. Also, a very unfortunate news, no? Yesterday, we broke this on CNN Philippines, yung nangyari po dun sa Maharlika Highway, na there are a couple at nasagi po sila. Sinagi ng isang kotse. No? Any information on that? We sent that also to the MMDA yesterday, that video, sir.
Yes, we received a lot of complaints and we were tagged in so many posts regarding this, and that's why yesterday morning we already put up a team to review the cameras, all our cameras, available cameras on Marcos Highway. But unfortunately, on that site we have a camera, but on the opposite side of opposite direction, and there are trees blocking the view on where the accident happened. So it's really very unfortunate. We could not at least give information to the police on what the color or make or even the plate number could hardly be seen.
How sad.
Yes.
And that's not a dark area, sir, huh?
Yes, it's
No?
well lighted.
Yeah.
But the thing is, we do not have enough cameras in that area. Remember, the LRT2 is being constructed in that road.
Sir, but what about the dash cam? Is there a way to be able to zoom, see better?
I think if they will submit the memory card of that dash cam, I hope it's not yet erased. They could submit that to the police for forensic, and they could maybe magnify the plate number at least.
Forgive me, but who would be a better team to do this? Would it be the PNP or the MMDA in terms of technology?
Technology, PNP.
PNP ho
Yes,
talaga.
yes.
So still no update from the MMDA on that.
So, well, actually, we are asking whoever owns that dash cam may go to the PNP cybercrime. They have a lab there that could do a technical forensic on this. And maybe we could magnify the video and show the plate number.
All right, sir, maraming salamat po sa inyo. MMDA Traffic Chief Bong Nebrija. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. It's a
And
pleasure.
thank you for joining us here on The Source. I'm Pinky Webb. You're watching CNN Philippines.